All right, everyone. Welcome. We are doing functions today, and I'm super excited. I wasn't sure we'd even be able to do this because there were a bunch of issues with YouTube this evening, so it may be later than I'd normally like to do, but at least I have a stream coming out, and we're doing functions again. Well, not again, but we're going to do some functions, revisit our calculator, and just maybe get a sneak peek about our next few topics. We'll see how far we get today. So, like I said, I'm just gonna, normally I do a pre-show, but we're kind of, it's late and I just want to get things going. So we're just gonna get ready in just a minute here. Okay. Yeah, I just had to start my YouTube script. We're going to get going in just a second here, just like I said, because I want to make sure that we could get this done in a reasonable amount of time so that I'm not up till midnight. I think that'd be helpful. And yeah, again, we are at 88 subscribers time of this recording. If you want to see our special announcement, then you know what to do. Tell your friends, tell your community, tell everybody you know that why don't you come over to the Art Tech channel and get yourself subscribed so you can see all the amazing content that I offer and see our special announcement that you don't want to miss. So yeah, you don't really want to miss it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. The only way we can do it, though, is we can get our 100 subscribers. So, yeah, you guys need to get ahead and get that subscriber count going. Anyways, enough about this. By the way, if you're in chat, say hi. Because I want to make sure everybody's in the chat. And, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. Today we're doing the calculator revisited, but we're not just doing your grandmother's calculator. We are going to be doing a calculator that is going to do a little bit more than our basic calculator we did a few days ago. And we're going to be doing it a lot different, so you don't want to miss it. We're talking about functions today, not just the built-in functions, but making your own functions. If you're wondering what's coming up in the docket tomorrow we're going to do some try and accept and some error prevention. That's always good. The next day we're going to talk about files. And the next day, we're going to get into modules part 1, which is talking about internal modules on your computer. Modules part 2 is the next day. And that is when our class is going to really explode, because we're going to get into all these different libraries that you can use. And yeah, that's kind of the docket for the next 4 days. 3 days, whatever. I can't count. And so, yeah, again, without further ado, let's go ahead and open up a terminal and get ourselves going. Let me share my screen here. Actually, before I do that, I need to turn something on real quick. Like I said, it's been a crazy day today, so yeah, we're just gonna deal with it here. And as always, we're gonna do the GPT scramble. It's been a huge hit. So yeah. Like I said, if you're in chat, say hi.
Zoom share toolbar with the mute button. Group.
I always I'm skeptical of my chat's ever working, because sometimes I'm like, I don't know, is this working? But anyway.
How to write your own function. Folder view.
I just have the YouTube window open. Okay, so open up a terminal for me. I'm just going to do that real quick. Windows R.
Run dialog. Type the name blank. Selection. Desktop list. Google. NVDA preferences. Settings. Reference tool. Submenu. Help. Submenu. Configuration. Profiles. Configuration. Code. Demo left parent. Editing unknown.
Okay, it seems a little fast. Let me go ahead and turn this a little down.
NVDA menu. Preferences. Settings. S.
I don't want to have that again.
NVDA set. Speech 2 of 6. Speech change. Rate pitch colon. Slider 60. Rate colon. Slider 30. Alt plus R. 20 27. 29. Unknown.
Okay, I guess it's good.
Folder run blank.
Alright, so
CMD
CMD,
desktop C colon back C
CD
space
documents.
C colon backslash
Make
user
a new directory. I'm going to call this
MKDI
mkdir.
space
I'm going to call this
quote FUN C
func
space CALCU U
func calc.
quote space
Whatever.
C colon backslash users backslash Taylor and backslash documents creator.
Func calc. Basically, this is a new optimized version of our calculator using functions. And we're going to get into functions in just a minute. We're going to talk about what they are and what they do. But generally, yeah, we're going to get into that in just a minute. So we're going to do cd
CFU quote NC calc quote C colon backslash user COD space dot
period, whatever.
Visual
You guys
Studio
should be familiar
Code
with
document.
these codes by now. We've done them so many times. Okay, so let's start with some terms and definitions, shall we? All right, function. What is it? Well, we talked about this before. So basically, a function allows us to, well, rinse and repeat, as they say. In other words, you write code that you can use multiple times. And I like these because you can write functions and then execute them over and over again without having to repeat yourself. You know, there's an acronym called DRY. I think it's like don't repeat yourself. Yeah, I think that's what it's called actually. And this is what functions help you do. Don't repeat yourself, okay? So if you see you're starting to repeat yourself, time for functions. Now, how do you define a function? Well, it's one little word. Or, well, it's three-letter word. DEF, def, okay? So it's a syntax that you guys are familiar with, kind of. DEF, function name, left paren, right paren, colon. Well, after the colon is an indented block with a function content in it. Okay, so yes, that is going to be indented. And the other thing you'll have to keep in mind is that functions can have arguments, which are called parameters. And basically what these mean is that they're separated by a comma. So in this example, we're going to actually do a couple of things. We're going to have it be printed out where there's no, like, what's it called, parameters. And then we're going to have it print out some parameters, especially in our calculator. And so again, parameters are basically like arguments that are in the function. And this is a good example where you have the number 1, number 2. Well, that's going to be have to use in all of your different functions, right? Because here's the thing with Python. All of your variables in that function are local variables, right? They're not global. And so you have to pass them to the next function by including them in parameters. If you're thinking that's a bunch of gobbledygook, don't worry, because I'm going to show you a practical example starting now. Open up a new file, and I'm just going to call it func example.
Selection room FUN C line EXMPLE dot PY Untitled -1 -fun calc Visual Studio Code. Save. Untitled -1 -fun calc Visual Studio Code document. Application. Main landmark. Fun line example.py editor as autocomplete multi-line lang. Press CTRL plus I to ask GitHub Copilot chat to do something. Dot. Start typing to dismiss. Dot. Toggle accessibility. Dot verbosity. Dot empty editor.
Shush, voiceover NVIDIA. Okay, so func examples. So let's write a function, and it's just gonna print out. It's just gonna print out a greeting. So watch this. So I'm going to call this def say hi, and it's going to take no arguments. Okay, so all the function's going to do is it's going to say hi. And so watch as I do this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to print out the name. So we'll say like, hi Taylor, right? And it will print out, hi Taylor, but we won't actually return it in the function. So let's do this now. So def
DEF space
say
SAY
underscore
AI left parent right left parent colon.
Now, we are not taking any arguments in this function, okay? I'll show you guys that in a minute. But all we're doing right now, we're not taking any arguments, parameters.
Blank.
Oh gosh, this bug again.
Circle fun line blank.
I tell you.
Files up. Start
it's been
window.
A weird day. I don't know. It's just been kind of weird. Let me refresh.
Circle fun blank.
I don't like this NVIDIA bug.
Right parent DEF space FSAY line HI left parent name right parent blank colon 4 space print no indent def say line I left parent right parent colon.
So remember, def say underscore hi, right? That's the function name. Left paren, right paren, colon. Now you see that we're in this indented block, and we're gonna write, let's see, print.
P-R-I-N-T. Left parent. Quote, suggest list and 1 of 199.
Hello.
H-E-L-L-O-O-S-A-Y-Y-H-I.
Oh my gosh, what the heck? Hold on.
Def 4 space blank. No indent def say line I left parent right parent colon. 4 space blank. Space blank.
Alright, we'll try this again.
Line colon. Line P-I-T. Left parent star quote. High bang comma inspect this in the accessible view left parent alt plus F2 right. Bang quote.
Okay.
Bang I bang quote.
Exclamation mark.
Bang quote. Bang bang comma inspect this in the accessible view.
Okay, so it says hi. That's the simplest function you could ever get. So then how do we call it, right? Because here's the thing about functions. I'm going to go ahead and run this right now, and you guys are going to see something very important. And I want you guys to tell me what it is if you're in chat. If you're not, that's okay. But I want you to know, even comment down below, do something. I want you guys to know or to tell me what happened when I run this script, because it's going to be abnormal, and I want to try to understand for you guys to figure out why is this not working. So let's run it.
C colon backslash window C colon backslash use P H-O-N space. U-N-C line example dot py. C colon backslash users backslash Taylor and backslash documents back.
It's not running it. Correct. Now, does anybody know why we're not running it? Any guesses at all? Because here's the thing. If it's not running, it actually has not been declared. Now, wait a minute. What are you saying, Taylor? Well, the function's been declared, but it's actually not been ran. See, functions are only instantiated when you call them, okay? So this is something very important to know. Functions are only instantiated when you call them. And if they're not called, your script is going to be empty because, well, the function is just not going to run on itself. So that is something very important to realize. Functions are not going to run by themselves, and they need to be called. This is an error I still make all the time, and I've been programming in Python for over 9 years. So just know. It sometimes can be so frustrating because you're like, why isn't my function working? Okay? So it's very annoying, but it can be working, right? Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go ahead and print out a couple things. Before I do that, let me check something.
Search how to write your own font C colon backslash win C colon back.
Okay, good.
C colon backslash windows back C colon backslash users backslash C colon backslash circle fund line no indent 4 space print left parent quote height no indent line feed right parent line feed 4 space.
How do we call this function? Well, we're going to say
S-A-Y left parent right parenthesis Y line I comma inspect fund line I line feed.
Say hi.
Left parent left right line feed.
Right paren. Great. Okay. So we're going to say hi, left paren, right paren. Wonderful. And what that will do is it will, say hi, right? It will say hi, and it will say, just hi. Let's see.
Saved. C colon backslash C colon back blank space. Space. Fund line C colon backslash C colon C Y P. Hi C colon backslash users backslash Taylor and backslash documents backslash fund calculator.
Now, could you do say hi, left paren name? Well, let's find out. Because if you're wondering, could I put say hi, left paren Taylor?
Right parent.
Well,
left
question.
parent.
Let's
right
find
parent.
out.
Quote. Taylor. Quote. Right parent.
Because the answer may surprise
Saved.
you.
C colon backslash C colon back C Y. Trace back left parent. Most recent call last right parent. Blank. Type error. Say line I type error colon. Say line I left parent right parent. Takes 0 positional arguments but 1 was given.
So when this 0 positional argument is given error, basically you try to put an argument into a function that does not exist, right? There's only no arguments defined in this function. That's why it did not allow us to have it working, right? But if you said, say hi, left paren name, and then you printed out hi Taylor, that could have worked. But because you just said, hey, say hi, that's not going to work. So you have to make sure that you put in the arguments if they're needed. If they're not, then you need to make sure you don't put them in there. Okay. So let's go ahead and get rid of that.
Fund line quote right parent. R-O-L-Y-A-T quote. quote select, quote unquote, T, L, O, stars, quote, right line feed, select line, right parent, unselect, quote unquote, selected, quote, unselect, right parent, line feed.
Okay, so let's say, again, we're getting a little bit more complex here, right? So this time, let's say that we need to return something. So this is helpful when you return. If it's generating some kind of like result, or, it needs to be printed to the screen, or, it's a main action. Now, the way that I like to think about this is if it's just doing something like behind the scenes for your program, I don't know, maybe like reading, well, crap. Yeah, maybe, like just having what is good? Okay, hold on, let me think about this for a second. Maybe a menu function that is controlling your menu structure for your app. That's not going to really return anything, right? So that would kind of be the same as this. But this time we're going to return, so maybe this would be like a result or something, right? So you have a result that you want to return. Maybe pass on to the next function. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to call this def.
DEF space. Say line I left parent, right parent, colon, return quote I quote comma and
You could also say return hi, right, as a message because it says def say hi, or you can print it out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to say def
space blank space F space blank space say line I line space.
Let's see.
A
Ask
DD left S A fund line example dot line
name.
Right blank. For print left parent quote hello comma quote name equals input left parent no indent def ask line name left parent right parent colon.
So def ask name. So this time we are not having any parameters per se. What we are doing though is we are having something that's going to get returned. Okay, so returning basically means that you're returning it from the function, right? So it'll say like Taylor or things like that. So let's see.
For print left parent quote hello comma quote P print right P unselected east right parent print left parent quote E return E fund line N blank space name comma inspect E blank.
You could say
Saved.
return name, right? So that'll return the name, but then you could also have it like printed out and things like that. So let's see what happens now. Okay, but wait, we do have to save the name
E blank
and print out the function.
line feed ask line name left parent comma right blank.
All right, I'm just trying to show you all the different kinds of functions that we have, or maybe we have like parameters and things. Okay. Okay, so then we're gonna save.
Saved. C colon back C colon Y. Hi, what is your name? Question.
What is my name? Taylor.
TALR. C colon backslash users backslash Taylor backslash documents backslash fund calculator.
So it did it returned name, but we still need to print it out, right? Because it didn't say, it returned the name. But this one we could actually use it in our other function. So let me see.
Fund line exec force no indent ask line name force space return no ask line name left force space return name. N space
Actually we
N
could say
space N space N. Quote. W-H-A-T space I-S space W-R.
No, we can't do that.
Isn't what?
So
H double H T space I S N M select E select E on M N unselected S name is quote N A M E line feed E line feed E M A N quote N quote space N A M E line feed name equals in line feed right parent line feed P R I S E left parent quote hello comma quote plus name fund line X T line feed left parent quote I E right parent print left parent quote I quote plus print left parent quote I quote.
Hold on, I'm getting an error.
Name print left parent return name.
Okay, so we wanted to return the name so we could use it, right? We want to expose it to the other function. Again, I know if this doesn't make sense, you're going to see in a minute because we're going to expose it to the other function so that it can be used this time, right? Because
saved.
Before it
C
couldn't be
C
used.
Y. What is your name? Question.
What is my name? Taylor.
TAYLOR. Hi Taylor. C colon backslash users backslash Taylor.
Okay, so let's try to talk about some like arguments and some parameters. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna have it basically, again, I'm just doing a simplified example. So we're gonna have it print out your age as
Fund line
well as
no
your
indent
name.
blank. Ask line name left
So
parent. Ask line name right parent blank.
and again, this is not it's not a good example, but it's a simple one to illustrate what I'm talking about. And the main reason is because you'll get this once we talk about the calculator stuff. But right now, what we're trying to do, we're trying to establish how functions work and how you could use them and how you pass something onto it. Okay, so we're gonna say
D E
def.
F space. Ask line name left parent right parent colon name equals input left parent A S
Def.
A line. Left parent left
Okay, hold
fund
on.
line exam A S K line blank
In
I N O R A T I O N
left
right
parent.
parent colon right parent left parent colon name equals input left parent quote what is N A M E colon
So
fund line
arguments
right parent
are separated by commas, right? So what we did, we just passed the name argument in here, right? So that way we could print it out in this other function. And again, this will make more sense once we're into the real project, but this is kind of a good demonstration. So now we're passing the name onto this other function so we can use it, okay? So now we can actually use it for this other function.
E right parent blank def ask line inform blank def ask line and blank line right parent line
I don't
feed
have a colon.
colon 4 space age equals input left parent quote how old are you question quote right parent print left parent name plus quote is quote plus age plus quote years old dot quote right parent comma inspect this in the accessible view
We
left
actually
parent
need
alt
to
plus
do
A
age
G space E equals
equals
space I
int.
N T int 1 of 9 fund line X T line feed left parent input left right line feed no
Okay.
4 space age equals int left parent input left parent quote how old are you question quote right parent
All right.
no indent blank 4 space
So
age equals int left parent input
now
right line feed
print.
F such fav P R I N T left parent star values colon object comma prints the values to a stream comma or to size dot stout by default dot step and
Again,
NBSP
I'm just
semi and
trying to go
NBSP
fast
semi
so we can
string
get into
inserted between values comma default a space dot end and
our
NBSP semi and
project.
NBSP semi string appended after the last value comma default a new line dot
Okay.
file and NBSP
So
left right parent quote you are quote plus str left parent age right parent plus quote years old quote right parent comma inspect this in the accessible view left parent alt y o r space name is quote N A M E space space quote right parent comma star values colon n suggest list non a comma quote and you are quote m fund line x e right parent print left parent quote your name is quote comma name right parent
your name is
e right parent
name
space
and
comma quote
quote.
quote such a n space y o u r space age is quote comma age comma inspect this in the accessible view left space quote r space age is quote
Age.
comma right line feed right e g a quote space quote comma a comma
We
a
gotta convert.
str left parent left
Because
a
remember that's
g
an
e
int.
right line feed right parent
All right. Let's see if
save
that works.
print left parent quote your name is quote comma
Okay.
name quote and your age is quote comma str left parent age right parent
So in this case, I'm not gonna return anything. Okay.
C colon back C Y file quote C colon
Oh,
backslash
I got
users
an
backslash
error.
Taylor
Let's see what I
backslash
did
documents
wrong.
backslash fun calc back blank syntax error 18 caret print left parent quote your name is quote comma 8 syntax error colon invalid syntax
All right. Invalid
fund
syntax.
line
Okay.
example AG print
So
left parent quote your name P left your O U R space N A M E
let's
space I
see.
S space
Sometimes you get errors and you
quote
have to
comma
go.
N quote space quote comma N quote space S space quote N space quote space comma star val cop space N A M E space quote A N D space Y O U R space A G E space I S space quote comma S T S comma S plus saved
Okay. Maybe I have to add a
C
plus
colon
there.
C Y File quote C colon backslash users
Sometimes you get a
backslash
little
Taylor
error,
backslash documents backslash fund calc backslash fund line example dot py quote comma line 15 print left parent quote your name is quote comma name quote and your age is quote comma plus str left blank syntax error 18 care syntax error quote fund line
Alright, so
age
this is
print
where
left
we'll look
parent
it up.
p line feed space age blank space
Alright,
select
what we're trying to do
space unselected line
is
right
we're trying
parent
to
line feed
solve this problem. So print.
print left parent star values colon right line feed age print left parent quote er quote plus str left parent age right parent plus quote years old quote right parent
Alright, and I'd like to have the name as well. So let me see if I can get that to work.
p left u left pair u quote y quote left parent quote
Okay,
space
name.
n suggest list a name m fund line e quote space u use are selected are unselect space quote a selected r e select a
I'm
are
just gonna say
unselected
is.
quote a r e selected e quote unselected s
Let's see if
saved
that works. Because I'll
c
move
colon
the
c
name
y
to the beginning.
file quote c colon
Nope.
backslash users backslash tape
Okay,
blank
so
syntax error colon invalid syntax
let's
5 caret print left parent name quote is quote plus str left parent age right parent plus quote years old quote right parent 5 syntax error blank syntax error colon invalid syntax
so let me try it the
fund
other
line
way
ag
here.
print left parent name quote e print
Having all sorts of
line feed
that's
print
okay.
left parent quote er quote plus str right blank
Let's see if this
save
works now.
c colon c y what is your name question
What is my name? Taylor.
Taylor hi Taylor c colon backslash users backslash Taylor
Yep, we
backslash
didn't run
documents
out of the
backslash fund
function.
calculator
See? I made a mistake too. We didn't run our other function. Functions have to be executed. Now, it does not matter where in the file your function is executed. They just have to
fund
be
line
executed.
print left right parent
Right,
blank
but you gotta make sure you execute them.
space if age less 18 colon comma inspect this in the accept
No.
blank no indent blank line feed s suggest fund line x g e t fund line exam
Okay,
force
so
print ag no indent def ask line information left for print
ask
blank no indent
information.
blank
So we're gonna run that.
ask ask line information left fund line n blank left parent name colon any comma quote right parent force no indent ask line information left parent quote name quote right parent
See, ask for information, name. We passed that as a parameter, so we're gonna run it.
save c
We're gonna see if that
colon c
works.
y what is your name question
Taylor.
t a o r hi Taylor how old are you question
How old am I? See? You see what I'm doing here? Okay, I am 24.
2 4 you are 24 years old c colon backslash users
See?
backslash
You see what I did? It said, hi Taylor, how old are you? You are 24 years old. And so that was seamless, but all I did was I passed values from one function to another. And I know it may seem a little bit complicated, like I keep saying, but practice, practice, practice. I even sometimes still, I have to admit it, sometimes have problems knowing when I need to return something and when I need to, not. But I think, learning, of course, I always Google things too. But it's always important just to practice, like, okay, when do you need to return and when do you need to print? Now, let me do something just to demonstrate. What if I decided to return those values? What would happen? Well, let's see.
fund line force no indent
trying
ask
to
line
show what
information left
happened.
ask line
So-
information force space print left parent age equals int left print left parent quote er quote plus str left line right parent line r e t adjourn comma inspect this in the accessible view r n space age comma inspect this in the accessible view e line feed print return
I'm just
age
gonna return age.
save c y hi what is your name question
What is your name? Taylor.
T-A-Y-O-R. Hi Taylor, how old are you question? 2, 4. You are 24 years old. C colon backslash users
See,
backslash
didn't really
Taylor
make a
backslash
difference.
documents backslash fund calculator.
Right, but the only reason I returned it is because I needed to use it in my other functions. And maybe if I wanted to print out a message or something. But again, in this case, we're going to print out the message. So, alright, that is the example files. Again, it's going to make sense in a minute once we actually get into the program and we make a calculator. But
Fund line
this is just as, example that
Untitled.
I'm going to illustrate.
Sit blank.
So I'm going to save it as
C-A-C-C-L-C. Calc dot P-Y.
.py.
Untitled -1 fund calc
Alright.
Visual Studio Code. Saved. Calc.py fund calc
Now,
Visual Studio Code document.
Okay, so I saved it as calc. So what's this calculator gonna do? Well, it's gonna have a menu of different items. Not really a menu, I shouldn't say, but it's going to have a loop like we did before, but it's going to have a little bit more operations to it, and everything is going to be in functions. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is we are going to go ahead and kind of do a little differently because we're going to also add percentages, which, by the way, I've done it before when I was in my computer science class, but it's been a little while, so this could be interesting. But I'm also trying to show you, how it can be done if you want to add different things. So the way we're going to do it, I think, is we're going to have the numbers, num1, num2, be passed into all the functions. But also, we're going to have it so that the operation is first, right? So that the operation is first before the numbers. And that way, for like percentages, we'll ask like what percent. So we'll see how we do this. All right, so first things first, I'm going to go ahead and define we're going to make a menu function just to hold the loop and other things. So we're going to do this real quick. So we're going to say
Blank.
def
menu. Left parent. Cold left right parent. Blank.
colon. Again, no
Colon.
parameters
4 space.
here. We're not doing
Print
any
left parent.
parameters.
Quote 1 dot. Add quote right parent. Print.
No, stop it. We could always do that though. We could say 1 add, 2 subtract, 3. It's actually not a horrible idea. In fact, my logic brain is not on right now. But actually that could be a good idea because then you could press different buttons and you could add, for example. So actually, yeah, I think I'm going to do that because then you could press 1 for add, 2 for subtract. Actually, that would not be a half bad idea. Okay.
Print return in left parent. Input left parent. Quote enter your choice colon. Quote right parent. Right parent. Print left parent. Quote 5 dot. Exit quote right parent. Print left parent. Quote 4 dot. Div quote right parent. Print left parent. Quote 3 dot. Mul quote right parent.
Yeah, okay. So multiply. Alright.
Print left parent. Quote 1 dot. Add quote no indent def menu left parent. 4 print left parent. Quote 4 dot. Div quote print left parent. Quote 5 return in left parent. Input left parent. Quote enter your choice colon. Quote right parent. Right parent.
I don't know that I like that.
Print left parent. No indent def menu left parent. Right 4 space print P. Print left print
so we're
return.
gonna do it actually a different way. I thought about
Right
that
parent.
for a minute.
Space.
And I was like,
no indent 4 space.
I just wasn't.
Space print left line feed. No indent def menu left parent. Line call line feed.
We're gonna go ahead and do it our own way. So the way we're gonna do it is actually kind of similar. But we're gonna say, for example, I didn't like the operation names, so we're gonna do it a little differently. We're gonna say print
PRINT suggest list. Left parent start quote. PRSS space 1 space TO space D space 2 numbers space quote. Right quote space quote. Space D quote right parent quote D quote backslash N quote. Right pair line feed.
Print
PRINT left parent quote press to the sub backslash N quote right parent calc dot pipe print quote right parent quote print space PRINT line feed. Left parent star values colon up quote right N.
Okay.
Back sub 2 press left parent quote print left parent quote press to the subtract backslash N quote right parent.
2 to subtract. Yeah, I actually think I like this better because that way it just tells us what to do, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna check to see if those keys have been pressed. The original way I was gonna do it was I was gonna have it say like, check the operation first, but like I said, my brain, it was kind of late and I wish I could have done this earlier. But, I think this is actually a better idea. And sometimes, like I said, you get inspiration from AI. And I think that's kind of what I'm trying to demonstrate. The other thing I want to say before we move on is a couple things. One, that I know AI is not perfect. And two, that my channel embraces AI because I believe that AI can change lives and it can help, for example, like myself and others to be able to do things that we couldn't do before. So, for example, my banner on my YouTube channel now is AI generated, and I think it's great. Because personally, I can't really generate images myself because I'm blind. And I think having that AI is very helpful. So I'm just going to say that, and if you have a comment about that, let me know. We can talk about it in the comments. But anyways. So yeah, anyway, we can get inspiration from AI because like I knew I wanted to have a menu, but you know my brain was only half baking the idea, so kind of awesome.
Left parent.
Okay.
Quote P. Print left parent. Quote press 2 to subtract backslash end line right parent. Line feed.
Print.
P-R-I-N-T. Left parent. Quote calc.t. Line feed. Left parent. Right line feed. Print left parent. Quote press 3 to multiply back blank.
Okay, print.
P-R-I-N-T. Left parent. Quote press calc.t. Line feed. Left parent. Right line feed. Quote end backslash divide 2 4 2 divide line right line feed.
Okay. And then we're gonna have let's see. Print.
P-I-N-T. Left parent. Quote press 5 to exit backslash end quote right calc dot print. Quote right print. Space P. R-I-N line feed. Line feed. Left parent. Quote N. Backslash exit 2 5 2. To selected exit select E unselected. Space backslash. F-O space E-R-E. E-R-P-P-E-R-E. E-C-N-T. Percent. 4. Back N. Back N. Quote. Right parent. Blank.
5 per. 5 per. Whew, brain scramble. Okay, so.
Print left parent. Quote press 5 for percent backslash blank.
Print.
P-I-T. Left parent. Quote press 6 for power backslash end quote right parent. Comma. Inspect this in the calc.pi-t blank.
I mean, that kind of works.
Right parent. Left parent. Star val. Right blank. Quote end backslash exit 2 6 press. Left parent. Quote press it 2. This exit selected. T until O-R space E X. P-O-N. E-N-T-S. S backslash. Quote. Right parent. Blank.
Okay, so we're going to press 7 to exit. Now, this could be a problematic strategy if you had more than 10 operations or 9 operations. But in this case, we don't have that, so we're not even going to try to incorporate that. Because if I had more than 10, I'd probably do like a, a different kind of operation. So, all right.
Space. Print blank. Space select. Space unselected. Line right parent. Line. P-I-N-T. Right parent. Left parent. Star values colon. Object. Right line feed. Print left parent. Quote press 7 for square root backslash end quote right parent.
All right. I gotta take a quick intermission, folks. And I'll be right back.
Voiceover on Zoom. You are screen sharing. Audio now muted. Audio now unmuted.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Parallels desktop lock on Windows space with parallels desktop voiceover off.
So we left off at 7, and we're gonna go ahead and print that out.
Print left parent. Quote press 7 for square root backslash end quote right parent.
All right.
Line feed. P-R-I-N-T. Left parent. Quote press 8 for factorial backslash end quote right parent. Comma. Inspect this in the accessible view left.
A little advanced and
left parent. Calc.tn. Print. Tn. P. Print line feed. Unselected. Print left parent. Quote press 8 for factorial backslash space. Print left blank. Space select. Space line right parent. Line feed. P-R-I-N-T. Left parent. Star values colon. Quote n backslash root cube 4 8. Press 8 4. 8. 4 for skew root selected. T unselected. For cube roots F-O-R
Yeah,
space.
we'll do cube roots.
Line right parent line feed.
That's fine. Like I said, I want to have enough operations. You know, so we'll have 9 operations. That's okay. Okay, so you see why we're making this into a function, right? Because we can call these different things if we need to, right? Which we're gonna do, but it'll be very helpful to have it. So, okay, because what we'll do is we'll call the different functions when we check the conditionals and things. So, we're gonna say print
PRINT left parent quote press 9 for square backslash n quote right parent comma inspect this in the calc.py print t line feed left parent star values quote n back square 4 9 press 9 full square 4 first square selected e unselect space e o e x I s t
9
exist backs exists t e x e e x I t exit backslash n quote right parent line feed.
All right. So we went ahead and exited. And so now we have this menu, right? We already talked about this. And let's see, I think what we need to do, I'm pretty sure, is we need to go ahead and get our stuff sorted out. So.
Blank. Print left parent blank space select line feed unselected return it left parent input left parent quote enter your choice colon quote print left parent quote no indent blank line feed
I don't like
right parent line
like
feed
I said,
4
I could
space
return this, but I'd personally rather ask an input, right, and then have it, you know, return input, but I don't want to return like what is your choice. That's a personal preference for me, so I'm gonna say print
PRIN left parent cal line feed
see, I told you it was late.
line feed E return it
Okay,
left parent input left parent
choice.
CAO child process error I C CHR calc line feed C line feed 80 child process error I C equals in left parent input left parent quote enter your choice colon right line feed.
Okay, so that is how that's going to be done. So we've got our choice, and then we're going to go ahead and do a couple things here. What I'd like to do is I would like to, let's see.
Space.
I was
Space.
not planning
Line
on
feed. Return choice comma inspect this in the
yeah, I'm just
space.
going to return
Blank.
choice.
Choice blank. Space. Space. Selected. Space. Return choice comma. Space blank. Space. Space. Return. Calc.n blank. Space. Choice comma. E blank.
I'm having all sorts of issues today, y'all. So what we did, we returned the choice so that we could use it in our other functions. So right now we have our def menu, which is really helpful. Okay, so now what do I do? Let's see.
Blank return choice. Blank return 4 space choice no indent return choice. R line R E T U R N space C H R line R 4 return choice. No indent blank line feed E line feed.
Okay.
Blank 4 space return choice. No
we did
blank.
That. So now what we want to do, let's see, I think I want to go ahead, like I said, I've got this visioned in my head. So let's see. Okay, so
line feed 4 space return choice line E line feed.
Okay.
D E F space. Add left parent right parent colon num1 equals int left parent input left parent quote enter the first number colon quote right parent num2 equals int left parent input left parent quote blank.
Yeah, actually, what we want to do
space
now
line feed.
is
Space F
make a
line feed.
function called
Space add left parent right K S left parent right K. Line. N ask line name U calc.py M. B E R S. Left parent colon num1 equals int left parent input left right parent N U M 1 comma N U M 2 colon num1 equals int left 2 right line feed.
All right, so we made a function that said ask
colon
for nums.
Colon line feed.
And
4
that way we
space.
can return num1 and num2, and that way we don't have to repeat ourselves. All right.
N U M equals int left parent input left calc.py 1 line feed.
Like I said, I'm just
space
repeating
equals int
code,
right line feed.
which is not something I like to do. And then num2
N U M 2 equals in left parent input calc.2 line feed.
Like I said, I'm just
Space.
trying to get this done.
Right line feed.
We already know how to do
Right
input,
line feed.
I hope. And apparently my AirPods know how to die. Awesome. Okay. So, now what we're going to do is I think we're going to do this.
Num blank.
So we've got our num1, num2. I'm going to go ahead and return these so I can access them later.
Space. Num blank.
Maybe.
Space line feed. Right parent line space. Select line feeds. Line feed. Return line feed. Right line feed. R E T U R N space num1 comma num2 comma.
Remember,
2 line feed.
We're returning num1 comma num2. I think that's the most important thing that you have to realize. Okay, is we're returning num1, num2, num3, not num3. Good lord, num1 and num2, and that way we can have them available for later.
2 line feed.
Okay, so let's see. Now we need to let's see. So yeah, we need to go ahead and ask for some input stuff. And I like to define the add to subtract functions first, and then we can figure out how we're gonna switch between them. Just because I'm trying to figure this out still. So I should have been more organized, but I was trying to figure out what to bake.
No blank.
For the last minute. So
D E F space add left parent A suggest D D. Left parent help.py editor as autocomplete multi-line def add left parent right parent num1 comma num2 right 2 line feed line feed line 2 line feed right parent right line feed colon def subtract left parent num1 comma num2 4 space return num1 plus num2 right parent colon no indent def add left parent num1 comma num2 right parent colon.
So I'm returning the num1 num2. But yeah, let's see.
4 space line colon. Right line feed colon right parent right line feed unselected suggest num1 num2 1 of 3 num1 2 calc.py edit no 4 space return num1 plus num2 line 2 line feed D E F space subtract left parent 2 line feed
subtract
def 4 space return num1 dash num2 no indent blank
and all
line
we're
2
doing is returning num1 minus num2 num1 plus num2, and so you'll see what I mean in a minute. We're returning all these different parameters so that we can go ahead and and get the results and things like that in a minute. So we're gonna keep doing these functions. There's about 7 of these, 8 of these, whatever, and then we will get and go ahead and try to add and subtract, multiply, divide, whatever. So
D E F space multiply left parent 2 line feed.
Okay.
Def 4 space return num1 star num2 line 2 line feed.
Like I said, this is a pretty easy part, is just getting all these functions in here. And this is why we do functions, because it's actually so much less code than doing it the other way we did. So def
D E F space divide left parent 2 line feed.
Of course, we do have more operations now. We have 4 more operations. We basically doubled the size of our calculator, but it still makes a lot more sense. Okay, so then for the percentages, we're actually going to do something different. So because we need to get a percentage number. So let's see, def
DEF space percent left parent num1 comma num2 right parent colon return num1 percent num2 comma inspect this.
Actually, I'm sorry.
2 line feed
num1 percent num2, right? So you say like 20 of num2. Yeah, actually that's okay, better than I thought it would be. I don't know, my math brain was like, well, I gotta have enough different number, but no, I don't.
2
All right.
line feed.
See why sometimes AI can be helpful. And of course, basically what you're practicing right now is you're practicing the returns, right? You're returning everything so then you can eventually use it, right? So we want to return all this so then you can run the functions and things like that. Okay, so no.
D suggest E F calc space exponent left parent num1 comma num2 right parent colon return num1 star star num2 comma
and exponent in Python is asterisk asterisk. Okay, it's not the caret symbol. It's asterisk asterisk.
2 line feed.
So another one, def.
D, E, F, space. Square line root left pair. 5 line feed. Def 4 space return num1 star star 0.5.
And 0.5, I think that makes that work. So we're return num1 asterisk asterisk 0.5. Okay, so I think that's the square root. Seems like it.
Line 5 line feed.
Okay, yep. Def.
D, E, space. Calc.py editor has autocomplete multi-line def. Cube line root left parent. Num1 right line feed. 4 space return num1 star star left parent. 1/3 right parent.
Yep, and then 1/3. Okay. So we will see if this works in a minute.
No indent def cube line root left parent. Num1 right parent. Colon.
And we only returned one number this time because for the cube root, right, we're taking, a third of that. So the cube root one's a little bit different because we don't need num2 in this one. So that's kind of why we only return 1, because we don't need it.
4 space no indent land.
All right, now.
Line right parent. Line feed.
Def.
D, E, F space. Main left parent, right parent, colon, num1 equals 0, num2 equals 0, choice equals 0, while choice bang equals 9, colon, choice equals menu left parent, right parent, if choice equals 1, colon, num1 comma, num2 equals ask line numbers left parent, num1 comma, num2 right parent, print left parent, add left parent, num1 comma, num2 right parent, elif choice equals 2, colon,
Holy
num1 comma,
moly.
num2 equals ask line numbers
Okay.
left parent, num1 comma, num2 right parent, print left parent, subtract left parent, num1 comma, num2 right parent, elif choice equals 3, colon, num1 comma, num2 equals ask line numbers left parent, num1 comma, num2 right parent, print left parent, multiply left parent, num1 comma, num2 right parent, elif choice equals 4, colon, num1
that's
comma,
all the
num2
code
equals ask.
that, I didn't have to write. So let's go over, because like I said, AI wrote a bunch of code. And let's talk about it. Is it right? Let's see. So basically we have a main function, and I like that because that's where like a lot of our adding logic happened. So let's kind of talk about what we did. So we have a lot of functions here. The first one is our menu that's kind of defined our choices. The second one is where we go ahead and have it work in terms of our adding functions. And then this one is basically where we go ahead and have it print out the results of our operations. Okay.
8, 12 space print left parent, quote invalid choice, quote right parent, no indent blank, blank.
Now, let's go ahead and try this calculator.
Saved. C colon backslash users P Y T O N C calc.py. C colon backslash users backslash Taylor and backslash dot calc.py blank. MAIN left parent right parent calc and blank.
Main left parent right
Save.
parent.
C colon backslash users backslash Taylor and backslash documents backslash fund calculator. Calc.py dash blank n.
Okay, now I
Blank.
can run.
Main. Blank. Line feed. Line n. Line feed. Left parent. Left right line feed. Main blank. Main blank.
Main left
Saved.
parent right
C colon
parent.
C Y. Press 1 to add. Press 2 to subtract. Press 3 to multiply. Press 4 to divide. Press 5 for percent. Press 6 for exponents. Press 7 for square root. Press 8 for cube root. Press 9 to exit. Enter your choice colon.
Let's do 1.
1. Enter first number colon.
1.
1. Enter second number colon.
1.
1. 2. Press 1 to add. Press 2 to subtract. Press 3 to multiply. Press 4 to divide. Press 5 for percent. Press 6 for exponents. Press 7 for square root. Press 8 for cube root. Press 9 to exit. Enter your choice colon.
So you're probably wondering how it works. Well, again, I'm going to go over everything in detail one more time before we end and do the GPT scramble. Like I said, because of how long this code is, and because of how late it is here, we might do the GPT scramble next time and review it. Just because, like I said, I need to go to bed. Okay.
4. Enter first number colon. 5.
Let's see.
5.
16.
1.
No, wait.
1. 2. 2. 6. 6. 5. 0. Enter second number colon. 1. 0. 0.5. Press 1 to add. Press 2 to subtract.
Okay.
Press 3 to multiply. Press 4 to divide. Press 5 for percent. Press 6 for exponents. Press 7 for square root. Press 8 for cube root. Press 9 to exit. Enter your choice colon.
Let's see.
7. Enter first number colon. 5. Enter second number colon. 2. 2.236067977499979. Press 1 to add. Press 2 to subtract. Press 3 to multiply. Press 4 to divide. Press 5 for percent. Press 6 for exponents. 9. 8. Enter first number colon. 1, 2, 5. Enter second number colon. 3, 4.999999999999999. Press 1 to add. Press 2 to subtract. Press 3 to multiply. Press 4 to divide. Press 5 for percent. Press 6 for exponents. Press 7 for square root. Press 8 for cube root. Press 9 to exit. Enter your choice colon.
9.
9. Goodbye. C colon backslash users backslash
There's a
tape.
couple things that we could improve on this.
C colon
but it
backslash
works
windows.
pretty well.
Help.py
Let's
def menu
review
left
one more
parent
time.
right parent colon 4 space print left parent quote press 1 space.
This is our menu, so we understand
Print
this.
left parent quote press 9 to choice return no indent blank def ask line numbers left parent num
Ask
4
numbers.
space.
This is basically a function where it asks our numbers, that way we don't have to repeat it a million gazillion times. So again, this is basically where we ask our users for their numbers.
Num2 equals return num1 no indent blank def add left parent num1 comma num4 space no indent blank def support no def multi no def force no def 4 space no indent blank def exponent left force no indent blank def square line force no def 4 space return no indent blank def main left parent right 4 space num1 equals 0
Num1 equals 0.
num2 equals 0.
This kind of initializes our numbers at 0 right before they get added and subtracted. This is a good move here.
Choice equals 0.
Choice equals 0.
While choice bang equals 9 colon.
And this is while choice is not equal to 9. So this is a good way. It says if it is equal to 9, continue. If it's not equal to 9, then stop. Right? So if it's equal to 9, stop and exit. Okay? And here's a bunch of elifs and ifs and elifs and ifs, and it will run each of the add, function, subtract. And I mean, this is kind of how it works. So I really love this calculator. Again, there's some things that can be improved, but hopefully you guys understand functions a little bit better now. If you have any questions, let me know. And maybe if we need to do a review or something, we can. But I'm going to go ahead and end it for the day. And